I'm not worried. Oi, we're in, boys. And then what do I say though?
I'll just ask you a question first, like how you felt the first game when...
You gotta spare right, South boys, come on. You gotta stay on that.
You gotta say what you see happening in front of you.
Oh my god, right, can you like
You've got to
be
sit
in
there.
charge?
Yeah, I'll be in charge.
Is he actually doing commentary?
You can have like 2 overs each if you want. Or 1 from each team. Warriors, Lions, how are you playing? Hurricanes, pick 1 person from one of your teams.
I've never been so nervous in my life. No, I've honestly never been so nervous in my life. Right, let's go.
I want 1 from each team.
Wait, is it on?
Here we go then.
How do you know when it's on?
Just talk for a minute. You need to talk, hold it and talk directly into it and hold it quite close. Just talk like normal.
Hello. 1 2 1 2. We've got Lions v Vipers.
It's a good set start.
Do you want me to do that?
You're going to come on at some point.
Seconds, I'll let you know.
You be in charge. You be in charge.
Ron! Aaron!
Make sure you stay out of the way, please, lads. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the second day of the Men's National Super League. We're here at Action Indoor Sports Birmingham, and we've got the first game of the day, the Lions versus the Vipers. I'm joined here by one of our under-17s players, Tom Kent-Smith. Tom, did you enjoy your first game today?
Yeah, it was really good, thank you. I thought we played really well, to be honest. Fielded really
What was the
well.
score, sorry?
They hit 75 and we kept them down to 20, I think.
So you hit 75?
Yeah, we hit 75, so.
Yeah, that's all right. How did you go yourself? Did you feel like you batted well, bowled well?
Yeah, I feel like I batted well. Could have maybe hit the sides a bit more, called a bit more, but then I feel like as a team we fielded really well.
Okay, good. So we're in the first over here. We've got Alex Nell bowling. Mubbs is on strike. He's just got one down and up into the square net. Ollie Green bouncing off the net. Have you seen these guys play much before?
A couple, but not really.
Who is it you know?
So Cash, Main, and then you've got Matt Galea.
You know Matt from the World Cup, don't you, in New Zealand. So Nell comes in, hits a length, Ollie plays and misses. So 5 off the first over, or 1 ball to go, sorry. Would you be happy with 5, Tom?
Yes, especially off the first over, it's a good start.
No outs early, usually a good sign. Nell will be wanting a wicket here, getting back down to 0. Oh, no ball. So 7 off the first one. Pretty good start, I would say, for the Lions. They played pretty well at the last round. They won all 3 of their games. The Vipers were pretty strong as well. I think they won 2 of the 3. It'll be interesting to see how they go here on the first game of today. So Tom Clark coming into bowl. You must know Tom as well from under-17s World Cup.
Yeah, he was at the World Cup as well.
You played much against him?
I played with him in centre cricket quite a bit, to be fair, in Birmingham.
You play a lot of centre cricket, don't you?
Yeah.
Birmingham and Derby all the time, yeah?
Yes.
How have you found the difference between the two? So obviously you play at the Derby League, you play at the Birmingham League. Which one is not that we're comparing for any reason, but what's the standard like?
I feel like the Birmingham League's a lot quicker and
shot.
louder. It has more of like a sort of atmosphere.
A bit more like international games.
Yeah, definitely.
Derby a bit more varied, isn't it, in the teams you come up against? There's some strong teams. The lads know dads with pretty strong team. I think they've only lost 3 skins all year. That's good fielding there by Brazier. Shock. So Tom coming into bowl again. He usually tries. Oh, another no ball. That's 2 in this pair, isn't it? That's unusual. Ollie not very happy with that, I don't think. I wonder if someone gets one later. Tom comes in again. He usually tries to bowl to leg stump, but he's not quite got that right, although he's got away with it in the end. Interesting to see Nell keeping. Nell, one of the better main fielders or cover fielders in the game. Yeah, he's keeping here. It's nice by Jack, but Mubbs has made his ground. So Tom, what would you be thinking of a score here?
Maybe just like a starting score to let all the to like make a base for all the other pairs, maybe 15 to 20 probably.
Yeah, 15 to 20. I agree. So on set, on task to get that. Tom went for 5 there. Mubs and Ollie sharing 6 each.
Yeah, it's just not doing anything too drastic in the opening overs, making sure you're getting the 2s, down and ups.
Yeah, definitely. And then if you do get bowled a bad ball, feel free to put it away.
Yes.
How do you find, you've obviously played a lot of indoor cricket, how do you find that with your outdoor cricket as well? You're obviously very busy with outdoor. Do you try and split them up? Do you try and play one then the other, or are you quite comfortable mixing and matching?
I feel like it's not really like a selected shot, it's just hitting the ball late.
Yeah.
And like how outdoor you obviously want to be hitting the ball late so you're not getting caught, so it kind of goes with each other. It helps a lot for outdoor.
So you feel it's balanced. What about bowling, fielding? How do you feel it changes or influences the bowling and fielding?
So fielding, obviously it helps a lot because you've got to get your reaction time and like throwing over the stumps, so it's good correlation.
It's a wicket there. I think that was 3rd ball as well. Jack just threw it out wider. Ollie played and missed, and then stumping done by Tom. Or run out done by Tom. World Cup umpire Matt Wheatcroft giving the decision. Sorry, going back to where you were.
Yeah, I feel like bowling, it's just making sure you're staying tall, not losing off the short run up, not losing your shape or anything. Whereas outdoor you'd have a long run up, so then you've got that, and it just kind of improves power and stuff through the crease.
Yeah, that's often something I find quite interesting. We worry about indoor cricket being bad for your fast bowlers, but the second I do any technical work with any of my bowlers, the first thing I do is take away their run up. So indoor is almost doing that technical work, but in a game situation. Right, in comes Jack. That's a nice clip by Mubs. A little bit of traffic, but everyone gets in fine. There's a level of physicality that comes with playing at the highest level. Ollie defends and Noah gets across. Ollie just struggling a little bit here, isn't he? He's not quite as clean striking as what you would hope.
I think they're just looking to rebuild it now, make sure they're getting a good total.
Yeah. Not really moved his feet there. I think that was out with a hit, you know. Tom Clark throwing from the keeper's position. You see the keeper usually with one glove on. That's just so that they can take advantage of that if they get a chance. So they'll catch with the left hand, but at the same time look to throw immediately after with the right. So if you were batting now, Tom, Jack's just gone for -1, by the way, so good over from him. If you're batting now, what's the plan?
I'd just be looking to, because we're on 9, I'd be looking to just hit side nets, make sure we're getting 2s, try to set a base for the rest of the team. So then they've got something to work off when they're coming in.
Yeah, very sensible, very sensible. Okay, so who's having the last? It looks like Matty's going to be having the next over. Matty, who went to the 15 squad, went with the 15 squad to the last World Cup. He's played a lot of men's cricket since then. Selected for the Super League for the Vipers. Dave Brown got a young team. He'll be hoping that. Just pause while all the noise goes. Let that settle down. He'll be hoping his young bowler can deliver for him here. Okay, so all the noise has died down. Now we play. Matty with the first ball into the legs, and they get through for 1. Didn't get it down and up, just hit the leg, I think, did it?
Yes.
So good front court here. Richardson, Nell, and Brazier.
Quite a tall front court in
Yeah,
stopping the
tall.
2s and the side netting.
It's a good shot from Ollie. He's finally hit the middle. Big finish here. They'll be looking for 15, 16. That's a wide. Cardinals sin in the last over. Obviously, it gets rebowled. Would you be accepting?
Yes, definitely.
Good opportunity to score, isn't it? It's a positive thing to do, take on the last ball. Sharky walks past. It's a nice shot by Mubs. He gets 3. Not a down and up, more of an up down, but it's still effective. Matty in. Left by Ollie, showing that you don't need to score off every ball.
I think they're just looking to settle it down now because they've got that total that they were looking for.
Yeah, 2 balls, 2 2s here. I think they'd be quite happy, wouldn't they? Well, that's unlucky. That's hit Jack, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good effort, really.
Can't
Hit
quite
him and
see,
came
but-
off.
Did he go for 2?
Yeah.
So big finish here, 2 for Mubbs and he'd be happy, but I think no wicket and they'd be pretty satisfied with the first skin. And there's the dot. So I think everyone will be happy with that. 19. I don't think the Vipers will be too upset, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure the Lions will be okay as well. Okay, right, TK, we're going to try and get a different player from each of the teams on. Thank you for your first stint on commentary. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Good lad.
Who's next?
Okay, so we're just about to start the second skin. It's going to be Cash Hussain to start. Plays out of the Derby Centre, and batting is Roy and Attar. I'm joined here by Ollie Walker, Hurricanes player. Ollie, talk to me about the first game before we get into this one. How did it go?
I think we got a bit unlucky with some of the decisions, but
World Cup umpire Matt Wheatcroft going at him early.
I think at the end of the day, me and Matt were probably left a bit too much in the last skin, and we probably read it a bit wrong. But
So it's really interesting, isn't it? It's a game where all 4 pairs have to do a solid job for the team. You can't really make up with it, even with arguably one of the strongest pairs in the competition. Good throw from Tom.
Yeah.
Even with one of the stronger pairs in the competition, you were left just too much to do in the end. So that changes the way you have to go about it, and obviously more risk, and on this occasion less reward.
yeah, I think every team's got the players, haven't they? So we just got to. There's no
Swat ball by Cash.
Although you look at some of them and go, maybe there's somewhere to target. Everyone can pull their weight. So there's no real bowlers you can target.
Yeah, it's not like me playing, is it? When he bowled at me the other week and absolutely targeted me. I would say I didn't get out, but
No.
Cash comes in, bowl into Attar. Attar gets it down and up. Gallia with the flick, but not out. Got to be really accurate. Anish just walks past with his new partner, Mitch Bradley. I say partner, I mean batting partner, sorry, Paige. 38 they got on the other skin, so on the other court. Good start for them. Is that leg side? World Cup umpire Matt Wheatcroft doesn't give it. Looked a quick delivery from Cash compared to what I've seen sometimes. That had a yard. Must have a bit of motivation to bowl with some wheels today, Cash. He was on time, which was a good thing.
I think Lions are struggling with players, aren't they?
Yeah, the Lions not got great availability today, so I think they've got a couple of under-17s going to be playing at some point through the day. That was a really good bit of fielding by Nell, by the way. Just nice and calm. There's obviously a miscommunication between the batsmen. They're trying to sort that now, but he didn't wang it down as hard as he can. Just made sure he got it to Ben, who did the job at the top.
They look like I've got a strong front court.
Yeah, I agree. Who have you played against in that front court?
I've played with Braz, played against Nell a couple of times, played against Clarkey.
How have you found the sort of same question I asked to Tom? You play a lot of outdoor, obviously, very successfully. You're at Worcester, aren't you? Under 15, 17, second team last year as well.
Yeah.
Went to Bunbury a year early, played in the England team at under 15 against West Indies. What was that like?
That was good fun. It was quite an experience playing against different. It just shows the different skill of players, different way of going about things. We're very.
What were they like? Because obviously the West Indies have struggled in the last few years. How were they?
They're just looking. We played them in T20, so they looked to go from ball one.
Yeah. And they were good at that.
It was very. I think our first ball ended up going for 6 out of the ground.
Oh really? Where did you play those games? At Loughborough, I imagine. Yeah. Nice experience playing there.
Yeah, really nice ground. Played best of Bunbury there as well.
Did you?
Really nice surface to bat on as a batsman.
How did Bunbury go?
Bunbury went quite nicely actually. Not struggle. Got a couple of low scores in the 50 over stuff, but brought it back with a couple of 50s and a 90 in the T20s.
Oh, good effort. So Jaden has just come on to bowl. He's a left-arm wrist spin bowler. It's quite unusual. I think you play with him, don't you?
I played with him, yeah.
So you haven't had to face him yet?
No, not yet.
Another one with his pocket out,
Yeah.
prison break style. So Jaden comes in, left-arm wrist spinner. Oh, it's just knocked it out of his own hand there. Not seen that before.
No.
What did he give that then? No ball or dead ball? I didn't see what World Cup umpire Matt Wyckoff decided to do. It'd be a dead ball, wouldn't it, in outdoor cricket? You just play it again. So let's see how Jaden gets on here. Attar to face. Really well fielded in that strong front court, but not out. I think Jack and Nell between them got hands on it.
One of them.
Yeah. On to third ball now, so where would you be looking to bowl if you were Jaden here?
I think you've just got to bowl in at his pocket with the way you turn it towards Braz and let Braz do the work with the ability we've seen over the years over the time I've been here, the ability of how Braz is on that leg side.
Yeah. He went a different route. He went outside off stump, didn't he? And probably didn't turn.
No.
We've not got the best angle to judge turn, but Attar did quite well to get that down. I'm with you. I would have bowled for Brazier. Having said that, Nell's not exactly a bad option on the other side either. So, and again, well fielded. So how have you found the balance between your outdoor and your indoor? You obviously play a lot of indoor in winter, a lot of outdoor in summer. Do you have to separate the two, or how do you find best to go about it?
It's been quite. I find it as I look to work on skills indoor that will help outdoor and vice versa. So the big one for this is you just play it late and hit it. You just play it late and hit it into the top of the nets, and you get your value for it. And outdoor, it leads to less chips to cover and chips to mid-wicket.
Less binned it, which is a classic Kieran dismissal, by the way.
Yeah.
Get to 30 and bin it.
Nice little chip to cover.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
or mid-off.
I think
that's always a good one for me.
That's been quite nice. And reactions and anticipation, because obviously there's less time indoor, especially with myself fielding at main. There's less time here, whereas you field at like point or cover.
So just ends up feeling a bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
What about, just as another one, just while we're on the over break, Jaden went for 5 there, so good over. We've got Roy on 4 and Attar's on 1. Indoor, we have loads of discussions around pressure. There's all these third ball moments. There's all these times where you feel like you've got to get a score, you've got to do something. Do you feel that when you go then to play outdoor, obviously it's a bit slower and a bit easier to process?
Yeah, I think it's a bit nicer because, especially playing outdoor, you don't have to think as much.
Okay.
As soon as you've understood, like this helps with the pressure scenarios of, you know how to deal with third ball if you've which equates to like just losing a wicket.
Yeah.
So outdoor you can just bat knowing you've got the ability to understand the pressure of what could come at you.
Yeah, and I'd imagine that even in the strongest of standards that you'd have played, the noise from indoor games is usually more intense, more pressure from that point of view as well.
There's a lot more noise, and which can cloud your thinking a bit more.
Yeah.
From what I've played so far, there's not as much sledging going on.
Yeah.
But even when I played the second team game, there's so much more noise here than playing against a strong Surrey second team.
Yeah. Must have been an experience. Ben Scott comes in, solid from Roy. That's a nice bit of cricket. Nice little flick as well. What would you think Roy and Attar were looking for here, skim-wise?
I think they've just. I reckon they.
That's a great shot.
If I was looking I'd look to go to about 15 here, 15, 20. There's no massive risk required, and it sets a nice base for the last 2 skins to be able
really
to push on.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it'd be a shame if the last 2 skins are left with lots to do. That's really good fielding again and out. Even with the dive, Attar diving in, I think a little bit of confusion because Jack managed to get his hands on it. Jack, who I hope would be going to the 21s unders. I think he's not able to go, but fantastic front court fielder, and then he's caused some confusion. Tom's tidied it up, and Jaden's run him out, even with the dive. Yeah. Are you a big fan of the dive, or have you not got one out yet?
I haven't got one out yet.
Not got one out. Not in the locker, or just not got it out?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's never worried about it too much.
You just hit it into the roof and get up the other end. Just jog up the other end casually.
Yeah, don't run as. I think here for the Lions, it'll just be about setting a base here now, get to a decent score by the end of it, and trust your bowlers to be able to just look to defend it. If you get 70, 80, you'd hope that you like to volley green and like Mubsy would be able to find a way to.
So we've got Liam coming in now, another player you played with.
Yeah.
Liam usually swings it away, or he did the last time I played against him. He's coming round the wicket. Fantastic fielder. I always feel he suffers a little bit for not being a fielder when he bowls. I think it's always a bit unfair for him.
Yeah.
He'd probably get more wickets if he was fielding for himself, but it's 2 runs, half fielded by Gallagher. It was going to go for 3, but stopped the 2.
He's very good to have in front court as well. With like when I played with him, being able to tell me little tricks that are like would help me, and just help with my fielding a bit more. As he obviously has a lot more experience than I do in the game.
Yeah, really athletic bit of fielding there, just on show as we talk about him.
Yeah, and I think it's just.
Have you got any little insights for us on things he said?
I think his big thing for me is just patting it back instead of catching it and throwing it, because it's an extra half a second that you gain that could be half a second for the batsman being in or out.
Yeah. I always find when I watch and a chance again. Is that Nella? Yeah, Nella created another chance there. Dave's just got in my way, so I can't quite see. But Liam makes things look like slow motion, despite the fact that it's actually moving very quickly. So we've got 3 balls left here. They'll be looking for that 15 mark, hopefully. Yeah. That's a nice shot, but Ben, not quite. Ben Scott, one of the better receivers in the country, just with a little flick back towards the stumps. 2 scored, 2 balls to go. In comes Liam. I think Attar's got that nicely for down up 2, but a little bit of traffic, or I didn't quite see what happened there. But
loves a dive.
Yeah, he does like a dive, doesn't he?
I think he just ran through and aimed to do his lucky dive.
Not quite on Gunny's level though, is he? Have you seen Gunny dive? He dives from halfway and gets in every time. Where's that gone?
Oh.
Not out.
Not out.
He got the dive out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Got himself in with the dive. So that pair, can't quite see the scoreboard, 13 off it. And we've got a bit of experience coming in now with the country's best drinks carrier in Tom Brotherhood, and a young man in Louis Hayward, who had a fantastic game against Sri Lanka for the under-21s. He's been picked to play in the men's Lions team here as well. So be interesting to see how the older man in Brotherhood goes with the young lad here. So thanks for joining us, Ollie. I'm going to pass over now to Cam Jones from the Lions. He's going to come and have a chat about how his game went and about indoor cricket. Thank you, Ollie.
Hello.
Hi, Cam.
You all right?
Talk down into it. I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
How did your first game go? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was, to be fair, pretty intense game, pretty close at the end.
Just to who played for us, just people who didn't watch, obviously it wasn't on stream, so for
so we started off, we went, it's good first skin, Louis and Tom Francis, 34.
What were the scores?
Sorry. So we're 98, batting first.
We're happy with that?
Yeah, I think, especially sort of in the middle of the game, everyone was very good moves.
Shot, Tom. That is a monster shot from TB. But some water carrier who he is.
Yeah, so we went out, hit 98. Started well in the field as well, picked up the first skin, but then sort of went a bit downhill from there. They picked up the last 3 and ended up on about 110. Yeah, Reeve and Wardy finishing strong.
Was that what it was? Just a little bit too strong at the end?
Yeah, I think we were in the last skin as well, to be fair. Could have won it on the last ball, but especially the middle 2 pairs, they just ruined us. I think confidence was a bit low after
Louis,
that.
But Brazier with the fielding, literally what we were just talking about with Ollie, nice and slow motion it looked like, but actually more than quick enough to get the wicket. Tied it up by Nella. So not quite getting it high enough there, Louis. If you're going to play down and up, it really needs to hit the roof. Have you played with many of the players on court?
Yeah, I played. Obviously, I went to New Zealand with Matt last year. Played a couple of these men in National League, stuff like that, in the Open. All very, very good players.
How have you enjoyed going into men's from playing more junior stuff? What's the challenge?
Yeah, I think the challenge is the best bit about it, to be honest. I know the standards are a lot better than juniors. I think the intensity, the athleticism.
What do you think the bigger gap is? Do you think the bigger gap is in the ability, or do you think the bigger gap Short ball.
Probably
It's gonna be
mentality, sort of fielding as well. I think that's such a big thing in the indoor game. Pressure creates wickets, and that's all made in the field. I think bowling areas.
That's just happened there, isn't it? So
Yeah,
short ball
exactly.
from Tom. TB's not managed to get it down and up. It's no ball, but Louis thinks they're going to run. Tom deciding no, and unfortunately we've had a wicket. So -7. It's not the ideal start. What would you be thinking now if you're the batting pair?
Just get it to positives. Rebuild it. Don't worry about scoring runs, hitting back net. I just get it positives. See where you are at the end of the over.
Yeah, Bill just scored. I think Tom's hurt his ankle there. He might have to nip off for a massage after the game.
Yeah, Tom will be telling Louis here just to keep his head a bit, bring him back into the game. Because obviously Louis will be a bit nervous after this, but he's a very good player, Louis.
Was he nervous? Did you speak to him before the game?
Yeah, well, to be fair, he seemed fairly confident, but I do know, playing with Louis, I do know that a lot of the game is mental and dealing with that. But he's obviously a very good player, good bowler, very good leg side fielder.
Yeah, he's one of the stronger fielders, isn't he, in the junior competition?
Yeah, he took a few catches in the game before, straight off the net, very good.
So we got Jack Richardson coming in. He bowled a fantastic first over. He bowls left arm spin and bowls the Yorker first up. How are you finding this performance by the Vipers then? Are you impressed?
Yeah, it's just the intensity of it. Playing as a junior, you seem a bit more relaxed, but everyone's on top of you when
That's
you're
a good
batting.
shot.
Great
Louis.
shot.
He's not happy, but he's got it down and up for 2. TB jogs through. Yeah, I think the intensity is the thing that I always notice. When we watch the kids' games, there's very few players who consistently will make noise, will consistently bring something to the court. In men's cricket, it's almost the other way around. There's few players who don't bring that. So
yeah, that was again a key factor I think about our game before. Switched off a bit in the middle 2 skins, and then obviously gave ourselves too much of a challenge to win at the end.
A nice outdoor shot there from Louis, and cut the ball nicely square, but didn't go high enough for it to be a safe run. So he's made the good call of no. Jack comes in again.
Wild.
Yeah, really well bowled. Jack doesn't turn the ball massively, or at least hasn't when I've watched him before, and I think it's quite difficult to pick up.
Yeah, I've watched him fielding, to be fair, on the streams. He's a very composed fielder as well.
Yeah,
in
really
that point area, just pushes it back to the keeper, makes it easy.
So wide on the third ball. They didn't need to run, but they decided to run anyway. I think Tom had committed, and I don't think he's got much of a turning circle, so there was no chance of him going back. But Jack goes for only 1 off that over.
Yeah, that's
sorry, 5 off that over.
genuinely a tactic third ball sometimes, isn't it, in indoor cricket, sending down the wide. Sometimes batsmen just want to go down.
Works
Good
really
keeper,
well
yeah.
in centre cricket, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You absolutely fool someone if your keeper knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, if you just let the keeper know you have a little signal for it or something. Or a mancad. I know it's cheeky, but centre cricket, you get away with it.
Yeah, you lot love a mancad. I'm not a fan, but...
yeah, I don't encourage it, but...
In comes Jaden. So you've done something really interesting this year, haven't you, in setting up a team at Willows?
Yeah.
I take it out of your club mates?
Yeah.
Are they people who'd ever played before?
No, so I play out my outdoor cricket at Yoxall at the minute, and...
racking hundreds up for fun. Player missed by Louis.
But yeah, they all sort of seemed interested when I explained it to them, so we pulled a team together, and yeah, we're doing really well, playing in Division 3, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just won the league the other night, I'm pretty sure, anyway. Played,
Yeah, I saw that. You knocked off 55.
Yeah, last skin.
Yeah,
they
you
all,
got 55 in the last skin, sorry.
They all really enjoy it, so that's
That
the
looks
main
like the
bit about
googly.
it.
Louis struggling a little bit here. He just needs to free himself up a little bit to hit the ball. It's third ball. So last time on the third ball, Jaden went for the wider the off stump option. I reckon he'll go exactly the same again here. Put my neck on the line a little bit with the call, but so the Yoxall lads have enjoyed it.
Yeah, a lot. I think a lot of them have got better at it as well, to be fair. I've seen a lot of them start trying to flick the ball, stuff like that.
And he's out. Louis not managed to make a clean contact. He's took the edge, and unfortunately he's been caught, I think, by Nella. Oh no, Tom Clark, sorry.
Clark, yeah.
So they're going to play again next winter?
Yeah, should be. Hopefully Yoxall will get another team again.
Division 2 this time.
Yeah.
Might play against you. What have they said in terms of developing their outdoor game from indoor? They said anything around?
Yeah, a lot of them have said that it's almost sharpened them up a bit. So especially from the fielding side of the game, I think a lot of them they're more aware, more switched on, and they're sort of, it's taught them to attack the ball a bit. The Oxford's a very friendly club. The standard's not, I wouldn't say brilliant, but everyone loves it there and everyone wants to play. And I think
a little
indoor,
bit of competitiveness.
Yeah, they've brought a few of them out their shells as well, because some of them are quite quiet, and it's just teaching them to attack the ball more, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Because a lot of the time we talk about indoor and what it does well for you, what it can add to your game, and we talk about technical skills, or we talk about even pressure and mindset things, but even social stuff, you can get a lot out of it from just social and getting people to come out of their shell a little bit more, like you say. So Jaden comes in, Louis runs past, he's missed the ball.
Didn't take this thing.
But I think Brazier has switched on to the decision there and has enacted the run out. Jaden then -3, 2 wickets in the over. Fantastic for the Lions. Fantastic for the Vipers, not for the Lions. Unfortunately for you, Cam.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a Lions win here, but Vipers are applying the pressure very well.
Yeah, it's going to require some serious fielding, isn't it?
Yeah, they're a strong team, the Vipers.
Yeah, no Zar here today either, which is a big loss for them. Their coach couldn't make it. Maybe lacking a little bit of leadership at the top then. Dave's obviously here getting through to his players what he wants, and as Ollie walks past. You all right, Ollie?
Where's the low string?
Cash comes in, Ollie gets it away, but gives Brazier a bit of a chance. Was there a bit of confusion there? Ollie's now stood in my way, but
no call. Louis was a bit hesitant, but got through in the end. Ran it through well. That's the thing in indoor. If you're a bit hesitant, you're just going to get done at the other end. So
yeah, I remember the first time I ever played, and they said to me, "You run from halfway," and I remember thinking to myself, "How can you ever get run out?"
Yeah,
like, from halfway, how can you ever be run out? And yet, it's the most common form of dismissal.
Strolling through, and then all of a sudden.
So in comes Kashi again to Brotherhood. He gets it down and up, but out with a hit. Rushed the fielding a little there.
Yeah,
I think he had a bit more time than he thought.
It's good though. It's hard to field off your own bowling, especially when you're coming in with as a seam bowler, coming in with a bit of momentum.
Yeah, definitely. It's something I try and get across to the guys when we do the coaching, that you actually have a lot more time than you think.
Yeah, sharp.
Yeah,
great shot from Louis there.
Down and up into the offside. Gave Tom enough time to get in, and Brother does need a bit of time to get in. He's not the quickest between the wickets. So they'll be back to 0 if Tom can get a 2 out of the final 2 balls. I think they'd take 0 given how many wickets they've lost.
They'd be doing well there, to be fair. Sharp.
Yeah, 2. So Louis here, dot. You'd be happy with a dot?
Well, I'd be saying to Louis now, just if it's there, obviously get it through, try and hit the springs, but don't risk a run out here. It's not worth it now when you brought it back to 0, is it?
Comes in for the final ball, and it's a wide
ball,
and Louis a little bit of confidence there. Nice. He's asked for it to be re-bowled. So 2 for 3 there, and then another opportunity to get a score.
Well played. Well bowled.
What line was that? I switched away just at the final moment.
Near his hip. It's hard to get away there.
Yeah. So 2 for the skin. 34 is the score after 12 overs. Not the ideal start from the Lions, but even though he's not gone that well with the bat, you might hope Louis will take a few wickets later with his spin and a few wickets with the field. He is a strong fielder, isn't he?
He'll be going into our games later after playing in the men's with a lot of confidence. I know, obviously, he'll be up for it now. He's got the speed of the game in him from this, so hopefully he's learning a lot from these.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much, Cam.
Thanks
We're going to get our final player in for from the juniors to have a chat. He's just doing a quick shoulder workout because he's a rugby player and he always has to lift weights. Hi, Nat. How are you doing? Right? I'm all right, thank you. Yeah. Did you enjoy your first game of the day?
Yeah, it was quite good. It was good for the lads to show a bit of positive attitude and come out, especially in the batting.
You got over the line,
win.
didn't you?
Yeah. Wasn't our best performance in the field, but we seemed to turn it around quite quickly.
Yeah. What is it that you're seeing the biggest difference here then between the men's games and the juniors games as Nell comes into bowl?
It's definitely the intensity.
What do you reckon you can do to bring a bit more then? Is there anything you're talking about as a team to bring a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, we're focusing mainly on sort of the intensity in the field. So sort of the getting the ball back to the tops, or getting it straight into the keeper, things like that.
Yeah.
And the encouragement throughout, I feel like, especially in the junior game, it seems to dip through the middle two skins.
Do you think a little bit of that is you don't always know all of the players? So the Super League's a bit of an interesting tournament in that you are playing with players who you might not have met. 12-year-old again.
Yeah. I think it's really good to sort of get to know the rest of the lads within the Super League and the setup now. But I feel like, especially after the first round, getting to know a bit more of the players, I feel like that sort of picked up our team and our encouragement a lot more.
I know, so you're spending a lot of time together in the gap between the games, aren't you? So I know a few of your players disappeared off to Subway to have a little bit of food together. A few of the others are sat behind us lifting a few weights.
Yeah, it's good to get a nice workout in between the games. It's just
madman.
Yeah, it's just to try to get the team bonding as quick as possible, because you didn't have that much time. I mean, we met just before the first game, the first round, but to come back after that, I feel it's really good as a team.
That's an absolutely wonderful catch, but I don't think it's hit it. No, it's just hit his leg, hasn't it?
The umpire's not giving it. I'm not sure why.
It's World Cup umpire Matt Wheatcroft, they have to say every time.
Oh, World Cup umpire, all right.
Yeah.
I'll bear
That's
that
the
in
game.
mind.
He plays a drinking game after. He obviously drinks responsibly, but he plays a drinking game after the games because he likes to sit and watch all of his decisions back. So every time he hears his name, he has to take a shot.
Oh, is that?
That's why World Cup umpire Matt Wheatcroft after. Nell's bowled really well here. He's bowled really full, and he's sort of stopping Nav being able to get the ball away. I reckon he's crashed into his shins a few times there. Yeah,
finishing that over on a third ball as well. So see what they do on the start of the next over here.
Yeah. What's your plan for third ball? Do you have a set plan, or do you just see how it comes out?
We like to raise the intensity a bit more. Get the line fielders into the front court. Try and make the front court fielders as big as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, for the bowler, I think the key thing is just to keep it the same. If they try and switch up too much, they'll try new things. It might go with their mindset.
There's two theories on it, isn't there? You bowl your best ball.
Yeah,
because that's what's got you to the third ball situation, or we can go full and wide. Some people love the full and wide and try and trick people into running, but it doesn't always work at the top level. That's nice by Cash, nice and tidy. So we've got Usman and Nav batting. We should probably talk about the game a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Usman and Nav batting. Nav a very strong seam bowler. Usman a really tidy leg spinner as well as both solid bats. But that's a beautiful shot.
Oh, lovely,
beautiful shot.
Lovely too there.
Sharky comes past. He wants a stint on commentary, but we just can't. We can't deal with his accent. That's what it is.
No. And then we've got Matty Galea bowling.
Tell us a little bit about Matt. You played in the team. Is he a good tourist?
Yes, a very, very good in.
It's nice from
very extensive cricket knowledge, especially in the indoor game.
Is he Badger territory or?
Oh, he's borderline. I'll tell you that, because he did go to Dubai to watch his brother, all the way to Dubai to watch his brother play in a World Cup. Okay. So there is that.
Down and up again by now.
But only 17 he's playing in the men's national league, so
he's doing well.
Must be in something, right?
Yeah, he plays a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you get a chance to play much indoor?
Well, at the minute I'm playing a lot of rugby through different, sort of colleges and academies.
Nice
so they're very nice up and down. But I'm trying to play as much at local centres, but especially I feel like coming down here every month is keeping it in check.
Yeah. How is the rugby going? You Brazier with a chance there, but
yeah, it's going all right. Playing for college Nottingham Academy in Leicestershire at the minute, so
nice.
It's going good. But
excellent. And it combines nicely with cricket in that you obviously get to try out some different skills, different social environments as well.
It does, yeah. I feel like cricket correlates very much to the fitness side of rugby, especially indoor, with the sort of the quick changes in direction, the agility and things. Definitely keeps me in check.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of multi-sport athletes, especially through your teenage years. We've got Brazier coming into bowl. Have you played against Brazier before?
I feel yes, in the National League last year. Yeah,
he's
I've played with him in the EPP a little bit as well.
Yeah. What do you know about him?
He can hoop it a lot.
Yeah.
That's all. He's got a very good in swing on him.
Here we go. Brazier in.
And he's one of the wacky characters in a dressing room.
Is that how you
well.
describe him?
Wacky, yeah, very.
I reckon he's a good tourist.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I think he brings the banter to a team.
Yeah, you need a bit of that, don't you? Who are the characters in your 15s team then?
I feel like everyone had a fair share. Very nice dunk there for 3.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Usman's played really nicely here, hasn't he?
Yes, he's definitely got them out of a rut.
Yeah, it's changed the momentum a little bit of the game, hasn't he?
Definitely. But I feel like everyone had their fair share of banter in the 15s tour.
Yeah, another nice shot from Nav. Jaden tidies up, but Nav's in easily.
Vipers just seem to be losing their intensity a little bit, and they're trying to carry back up that sound, trying to get back into the.
Not took a wicket for a while, have they? So,
no.
It's hard, isn't it, to not drop off when you find that.
It is very hard.
It's well played, but it's a dot.
Game can quite easily swift momentum without you realising.
Yeah.
So.
A little bit of noise coming from the front here. Liam will want a wicket. What would you be aiming for as a batsman here?
Nice
shot again.
I think just keeping the simple twos, keeping the scoreboard ticking. I mean, looking more or less at the skin, looking to get about 30 to a ball, probably a couple of dots, trying to get about 30 on the skin.
Yep.
It gets you at least a point and gives them something to work on.
And there you'd be 70 odd total, which is definitely defendable here at Birmingham. The nets are incredibly tight in a minute. They're tightening them from compared to last year, and makes fielding a little bit more easy because you get more chances.
Definitely, yeah, and it's just about, as in bowling as well, making sure the lines keep those areas nice and tight, don't give many chances away.
No free wides.
No, definitely not.
So we're into the last over. Wides and no balls could be re-bowled. It's going to be Ben to bowl. He used to bowl a bit of spin. I think he's been bowling seam up for Denby for a little while, and he's brought that into his indoor game, and it's a great shot to start with.
Lovely dunk there to start off the over.
A little bit of swing away, I would imagine, from Usman, but back in at Nav.
Just one or two wickets in this final over can really swift the momentum again for the Vipers in hand, trying to get as low as possible.
Yeah.
Try and get all the points available.
Yeah, Liam again doing a nice bit of fielding. When you've got a fielder as strong as Liam in your team, I often think it's worth bowling towards him.
Definitely bowl nice into his legs, keep it nice and tight. Very nice pick up there
as well. Athletic with the throw.
Keeping 2 on the leg for Ben here, which is.
He's coming around the wicket. The ball still managed to find its way to the offside, and a misfield leads to 1 scored. What are you doing after this then? Are you nipping off to Subway, or are you going to stay on commentary for a bit longer? Or
I'm not too sure at the minute. I've got plenty of fruit and veg in my bag, so I might just be nibbling on that. So I might go to Subway after.
Is that a wide? That's a leg side wide.
They've accepted that.
Yeah, I definitely would as well.
Yeah.
Every run vital at this point. Who's sat with Matt? It's a lovely shot now. Who's sat with World Cup umpire Matt Wheatcroft? Do you know?
That is Danny Blyton.
Oh, of course it is.
Part of the Warriors under-17s team.
Yeah.
He's got into the first squad selected for the England's under-22s as well.
Yeah, it's a good effort. 2 more, I think. Or was it 1 off the corner?
Just the 1 score.
1 off the corner.
Very respectable score there by the Lions, finishing on 62, with the final score coming up to 28.
Yeah, so good skin there. You got Usman with 16. He played beautifully down and up into the offside mainly, and then Nav, who was a little bit more targeted to the leg stump, so he responded with his patented leg side down and up. Scoring his 2s. Giving the Lions something to defend. 62 is not undefendable. I've definitely seen at Birmingham that be defended. Just needs a bit of intensity in the field. It's going to need a little bit of energy in the field, and perhaps 1 or 2 bits of magic as they go.
Yeah, well, they've definitely got the players for that. They've definitely things like Tom Brotherhood and Ollie Green can definitely bring something.
Yeah, Ollie can do things that not many players in this country can do.
Definitely.
And Louis, your teammate in the 15's, good at leg side.
He's one of the best leg side fielders I know to date. That is a big statement, and I'm going to stick by it.
It's a big call. I hope he gets you a wicket.
Hopefully
here.
he pulls it off. But yeah, he definitely helped me out once or twice.
Fancy a bit? You're gonna, yeah. Just trying to get a bit of DB on the commentary. Everyone loves a bit of DB, so yeah, make sure he came on. But he's got a role with the Vipers as the head coach. He's done a really good job in getting them organised. They were the youngest team, but they've obviously brought the most energy so far, and they're set well here. Who would you have as favourites? Surely you're going to back your own franchise here, aren't you?
I've got to back the own Vipers. Been there since day one. You know, 17's never lost a game. Keeping that strong. No, last year national champions, and we're going strong this year as well.
Oh, you're including your Leicester Vipers in this as well?
Yeah, 4 from 4 this year, and last year, you know, we had the likes of Billy Blyton, Finley Moore, Danny Blyton. Yeah, went undefeated, and hopefully like to do it again.
Have you lost the game with the Vipers yet this year? Have the Vipers in
no,
this,
we've not.
in this
We're
Super
still
League?
top. Yeah, came back from behind after a very disappointing fielding against the Lions. So yeah.
Okay, so who have we got to start? It's going to be Nav. Is it Nav or Roy?
I think
Ollie coming up. Sorry.
Yeah.
So Ollie fancies a wicket here with the new ball.
Definitely. He's looking very up for it as well, hoping to get a couple wickets in this first over of his.
He's he missed the first round, so he's got a point to prove. I think he was on holiday in Dublin with his better half.
Ooh, feel sorry for him.
Harsh. I hope she's listening. I doubt it. He's also been very sound. He's got some therapists from University of Derby. He started with a wide.
Let's see how he reacts to that in his next ball, whether he just tightens it up, slows it down a bit, or whether he tries something different with his ball grip.
Yeah. Jaden and Tom Clark opening the batting. Tom Clark, the age group above you in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Louis with a nice bit of fielding.
Yeah, played with him quite a few times at Leicester and in Birmingham down here for National League, and he's one of them that he's really come along a lot in the last 18 months.
Yeah, he's a really good practicer.
Yeah.
I think every time I've been to Birmingham in the past 6 months, he's here practicing.
Yeah, he's got a very good work ethic, and he.
Well bowled, Ollie. No wicket though.
Found the gap that couldn't find the stumps there.
Are you liking the light up stumps?
I am liking them. I do have a minor complaint after being at tops in the court number 2. One of the middle stump wasn't quite straight, so it's quite difficult to put on after each attempt.
We'll have to get that fixed for you.
Yeah, that was nice
shot, but Nav misfield. Yeah, we'll get that fixed for you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite kit here then? Obviously, Vipers is your team, but is it the nicest kit?
I can't go with the Vipers kit myself. I'm gonna have to go. Ooh, I think the Warriors, not the Warriors, the Lions. Sorry, I think they've got a nice little scratches down the different colours.
Yeah,
very discreet logo
I'm
as well.
I'm a Lions fan on the kit front. Ollie comes in again.
Very nice punch.
It's a really nice shot, but he decided not to run. Maybe he just felt that by the time he'd seen it go past the fielder, it was too late, and he'd had to get the big dive out.
Yeah, it's very hard with these sort of fast opening bowlers to try and get twos. It's got to be short and wide that you glance down, give as much time as possible. If anything's not reaching sort of the top corners of the net, you're going to be struggling for runs, especially when you're sort of the large size of an indoor cricket player like myself.
You love a dive though, don't you?
I do love a dive, yeah, it's got to be said. I've had quite a few questions about that, and I feel like for me it's sort of, if I've got any chance of making it, more or less it is through the dive.
How did you find diving here, or how do you find diving here compared to, say, in New Zealand, where, if I'm honest, I think I could dive in New Zealand. The surfaces were so soft.
So the surfaces in New Zealand were a very different type of material. I think they're a little bit more water-based, so a little bit more spongy and forgiving.
That's out. That's a really good bit of fielding by Mubbs.
By the keeper.
And he loves it as well, doesn't he? Loves the wicket there.
Yeah, I think that sort of riled them up a bit, to sort of get them in minus figures in the opening overs.
Yeah, first time we've heard the Lions roar.
Definitely, yeah. Hopefully that might bring some good intensity into the team.
So yeah, sorry, diving in New Zealand much easier with the softer surface.
Yeah, so I feel like it's a lot more spongy in New Zealand. They take a lot more.
I'm pretty sure you dived like every ball. Like I'm sure watching the games, I remember you diving like every single ball.
Yeah, well, the intensity down under was a lot more higher, sort of similar to this sort of
ollie
style. So to make the runs, you had to sort of get a jog on.
Yeah.
So I feel like it just sort of ensured my safety a little bit more as well.
Yeah. What did you learn most out of playing in the World Cup?
A lot of respect,
nice
actually.
Shot.
It's just sort of the amount that sort of the other countries go through to play for their national teams and how much they have to sacrifice. It's very much they have the professional side of the sport there without the paychecks, which is it just shows, and especially the work ethic of certain players.
Yeah, that's really nice by Nav, but he's not quite got the flick straight. So it's interesting to see here, Roy. I don't know if you've played much against Roy. Usually a very quick opening bowler. He's struggling a little bit with injury, but he's bowling a bit of off spin here, it would seem.
Yeah, let's just see what he can do.
Yeah, off spin.
Brings it nice and high for a lovely dunk for Tom, just to put in the top corner there.
Yeah, so if you're going to bowl at me, I would be asking for that. That's my favourite shot. Not that I've got many to go from, but a couple.
Just a nice little down and up ball.
So Duncan's just got here. He's going to be coming on commentary a bit. That's nice from Roy. Good intense cricket, but it's a dot ball at the end of it.
And they finish on that over with 5 off the skim.
Yeah, will they be happy then with the score so far?
I feel like they might have wanted probably a couple more, but especially I think just keeping it slow, maybe looking not necessarily at winning the skim but winning the game.
Yeah.
I think the best thing they can do now is probably another 10 off the last 2 and set the game up for the other skins. I feel like it's probably the best thing to go about here.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? You'd hope that with 15 or so on the first skin, the rest of the pairs will be able to.
Yeah. Because I mean the second and third skin there with 13 and 2 is a very achievable skin for the batting pairs. So I feel like if they're going to pick up any skins there.
He's landed the Yorker there nicely. The Yorker's an underrated ball, isn't it, indoor?
Yeah, it's very, very difficult ball to play if it's not picked up quite easily.
So it's third ball here. So you'd be saying here, bowl your best ball.
Yeah, I'd say keep it the same to what it's just probably bowl a Yorker, but ignore what the batsman's doing. He pitched a little bit full there. He's managed to duck it into the corner there.
Yeah.
For 2.
And you can tell the difference with the front courts in that Brazier, Nell, Jack, very, very strong, athletic fielders at the front, very experienced as well. So
Definitely,
got all the boxes ticked. I think Roy fielding at cover is not typically a main fielder. That's nice
little
Tom.
flick there and a wicket
really
taken.
Nice. I love how much Mubbs enjoys a wicket. I really enjoy that.
He really does like a wicket. Yeah.
He really does love a wicket.
Feel like going from they've moved 2 back onto the off with Lou Haywell going into point there with Tom Brotherhood going into leg.
Yeah.
I think that's just proved vital for that wicket.
Yeah,
with a nice little flick off the net by Tom, straight to the keeper.
Yeah, Mubbs is very tidy, isn't he, as a keeper as well? So
yeah.
Another wicket will be wanted here. Straight to the fielder, and Usman
not out.
Doesn't get the wicket.
Scored, yeah.
World Cup umpire Matt Weecroft does not give it out.
No. I feel like that was very much a 50-50 decision there. Could have gone either way. I don't think any team would have been complaining.
Have you done much umpiring?
I've done a couple of national games, yeah. It's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah,
extremely hard than it looks.
I did a season and then sort of started the second season, and I ended up getting a different job, so I couldn't do it anymore. But she's difficult, not an easy thing to do.
It's very different from other sports, because on most sports you're actually inside or on the pitch, whereas in indoor cricket you're off the court and above the striking
so many things
batsman.
to watch for.
Definitely, yeah. And with
Jaden into the leg side. Bit of
being such a fast, intense game as well, especially there finishing the over on a third ball. Tom Brotherhood, good bit of fielding in the corner there. But yeah, I feel like with having to watch the same as you do in outdoor cricket, with having half the amount of help and a lot less time to do it, and it does make that job a lot harder.
Yeah, I'd love to see indoor cricket, obviously probably not at a domestic level, but at an international level, start getting a third umpire involved, some cameras.
Definitely,
I think that could be worked on.
It does help that game look a little bit more make that game a little bit more professional. Yeah.
think they've done it at previous ones. I'm pretty sure that a previous World Cup final they've had it, because there's one that was put on Sky Sports. In like 20. Australia won it, obviously.
They've won every men's World Cup to date. Yeah, it's amazing figures.
Pretty sure they put it on Sky and had replays and etc.
Yeah, but it goes to show when in New Zealand how big of a sport it is.
Yeah, it's massive
down there.
That's unlucky for Louis there. Your boy Louis coming into bowl here.
Yeah,
What's he look to do with the ball?
He likes to bowl some nice leggies, so ripping it into the right-handed batsman, hoping to get him just a little bit trapped there, especially in the front foot.
Is he a big turner of the ball, or more
not necessarily a big turner, but he does get his areas quite nicely.
Yeah, that's well
nice
bowled.
Little edge there, but couldn't take it in the corner.
Yeah, it's nicely bowled.
Yeah.
A bit stronger in the front court here as well. Ataru obviously was bowling in the last one, so couldn't be fielding there as well. But he's a very, very strong fielder.
Yeah.
Ollie Green in there as well now, brotherhood as well. So lots of experience.
Yeah.
Well bowled again.
Lovely little grab there, but unfortunately couldn't finish it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of confusion chance. Was that left-handed as well? He's not left-handed, is he?
That was his other hand there. But I feel like what Louis does best is he's good for slowing down the tempo of the game, especially for the batting side.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially probably bowling him in the first opening 2 skins, and then again in probably the last skin.
So nice for Matar to stop the 2, but they still get 3 for 1.
Yeah.
I agree.
It helps the bowling side dramatically, just with that little bit
change of tempo.
Bit of tempo shaved off. Yeah.
Okay. So there's 2 balls to go. How do you reckon the Lions will play this? Sorry, the Vipers will play this one. 2s or?
Yeah, I think there's
no bowled.
Just a dot ball there. There's no point going for back net now with because the line fielders have dropped back, so they're sort of expecting that for that high ball to come, especially if they're looking for the 5 or the 7. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like just getting a nice little 2, setting it up there. And another dot ball there to finish it off.
Really well bowled. So, well done by Louis there. He's only gone for 4, I believe.
Yeah, 4 good. First over.
So incoming now is Nella and Jack Richardson. Jack a little bit less experienced, 21 and under player. Nella obviously very experienced.
Yeah.
I think he's been World Player of the Year.
I mean, played with Jack Richardson in the EPP for a bit. Very good, very sensible player.
Yeah, he's a really good fielder.
Yeah, he brings his extensive knowledge of the outdoor game into his indoor game, which I think any good player can do. He can transfer very well.
Yeah, do you obviously play outdoor as well, but how do you find the transfer between? Is there something you enjoy doing?
I feel like it's helped my bowling a dramatic a lot. I mean, trying to also, like, obviously outdoor bowling that nice line of length, but then switching it with that nice full ball helps me switch up my balls a bit quicker, especially getting that Yorker in or that getting them playing at it, hoping to get a catch. Feel like it's.
And for fielding, how do you think it's affected? So solid start. Nella's going to run.
Very nice little 3 there. Especially with sort of my bowling fielding inside the circle, sort of at cover or extra. Yeah. It's made taking those chances. It's given me a lot quicker. Yeah, hand-eye coordination as well.
Yeah, so TB into bowl here. He bowls seam up or little leg cutters. It's a nice line of length.
Yeah, just Alex Nell and Ollie Green having a little bit of banter there. Just trying to make sure that they're Alex Nell and Ollie Green having a bit of banter there.
Just keeping him honest, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, Ollie would get
cleaned up,
rolled over.
That's really well
very
fielded.
Nice.
Well coupled by Matt Wheatcroft. Just talk us through what happened there.
So main court fielder off the net, he picks it up on the fly, turns his body around and absolutely fires it at top stumps and hits them straight.
Nav really strong fielder, just a good player all round. Takes the wicket with the run out.
Yeah, and I feel like Vipers, they do need to start getting these runs on the board here, otherwise the game is going to start slipping away from them.
Sometimes in outdoor cricket, people say the hardest chasers are the smaller ones. Is that something you find to be true as well? Is there it's a slightly more?
Definitely, but I feel like
One
in
scored.
indoor cricket, it's taking every ball as it is and not worrying about the big score. It's worrying about those little personal battles within those overs there and the skins. Yeah.
I think that's a really important thing for indoor, and I'm really glad you brought that up. Playing it ball by ball, not really worrying about what's to come. You can just play ball by ball.
Yeah,
Let's not miss leg stump by much.
Yeah, that is one thing that.
It's a wide.
Oh, wide. Yeah, that's one thing that. One big thing that I got sort of quickly learned out when in New Zealand, that you can't change the rest of the game on your batting. You can only change your skin yourself. So
you just have to go ball by ball, don't you?
Definitely.
Really nice
Very
again by
quick
Nav.
fielding.
Yeah, he really is a strong fielder.
Throw it
isn't he?
really low, so it saves as little time as possible getting that ball back up.
Yeah, there's no need to stand up with it. Just throw it.
So it gets in some very unorthodox positions there.
So we're on 7 after 6 overs here. Hopefully the Vipers can pick it up a little bit here. So obviously they're going to need to raise it a little bit with the bat in order to get close. You'd want to be around 25, I'd have thought, at the end of this pair.
Definitely, getting about halfway there.
But Nav to bowl now is not going to make that easy. Nell is an aggressive batsman. He hits a lot of 7s.
Yeah.
But Nav is probably not going to try and let him.
Yeah, and I think that's seen by. I feel like we'll see the line fielders try and drop back again, try and stop that, especially that 5 or that 7 coming in.
In he comes then, box office Nav. It's nice.
Very nice up and down.
But really well played, really well played.
Textbook cricket shot there, especially in the indoor game.
Did Attar have a chance there as well? Was he an easy or was?
I think especially I think Alex he got that ball right into the corner of the top corner of the net there, so it gives him as much time as possible to come in.
Yeah. Nav again. Oh, well bowled. It's a nice outdoor length.
Very nice. Trying to just sort of get him playing sort of outside off stump, trying to get that edge or force that catching off the net there, which is very clever of him.
Definitely making a game of it here, the Lions, aren't they? Showing you're never really out of it in indoor.
Definitely.
Even 62 they weren't happy with at all. Oh, bit of confusion and a little bit of traffic, but Jack gets through in the end. Can show the energy that's getting in with Ollie getting right into the front court.
Definitely, yeah. It just goes to show, especially with both sides, confusion can easily happen within communication.
Yeah, calling is vital, isn't it?
I think that's normally shown more in the batting side, but just an example there of how an easy wicket can sort of be coughed up there.
Navin again, he hits a really good length. There's no way Nell's getting that for 7.
No, I think he's sort of read his game there, and especially getting in a nice sort of dunkable length and not forcing away those full shots that he can drive for 7 is really clever of him.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if there's a variation coming as well soon, just to try and mix things up a little bit.
Yeah, get him off guard. That might force him back into the minus there, this skin on the Vipers.
Well bowled again, but
lovely dunk.
Yeah, down and up beautifully. Now showing all the experience needed there.
I think this is a good batting partnership here with sort of the master and the apprentice of the game.
Yeah, left hand, right hand as well.
Definitely, yeah, switching it up the field, making it a bit difficult for the bowler.
Nav comes in. He's got a gorgeous action, hasn't he? That's well bowled.
Comes in.
I'm someone who loves a good action, me. Love a good bowling action.
Nice and fluent. No energy wasted, nothing like that.
No, it's lovely.
So that's
out there.
6 off. So that's 6 off the skin so far, bringing the Vipers score to 13. Needing 7 more for the skin, so definitely doable for the skin. Hoping to pick up as many points as possible, definitely if they don't get the win here. But Usman comes on to bowl now, and it's just be interesting to see what they do here, because the Vipers do have the overs in this skin to sort of play quite defensive and just get the skin. Very good bowl there. He's left Alex completely unaware of what he was bowling. Nice little off spinner there, I believe. The third ball here come in. Let's see. Be interesting to see what the Lions do on this third ball, whether they attack them here or.
To Nell, I think I would go and let him have a 2. I think if I went full here, and let him hit a 7, I would be distraught.
Definitely,
I'd be trying to beat the bat here.
I was just saying the Vipers, especially in this
there we
very
go.
nice
7.
7.
I would have gone flatter and let him have 2.
Yeah.
7 there is risky.
I feel like that sort of let them into the game there, that 7.
That's a big momentum shifter, isn't it?
Yeah, in a sort of a low scoring game, a back net like that, it can secure the outcome. Very nice up and down too.
Followed up really nicely by Jack as well.
Very good technique now on that throw there, coming from behind.
Yeah, it's really good cricket. You've seen the power from Nell and then just a bit of calmness from Jack to get it down up. So that's the ball I would have bowled the one before. That was flatter at the front of the hand, into the hip.
Trying to get him to play up and down there, which can force the lead and edge off, of course.
Yeah, it's not really Nell's strength either there. He's much stronger to the spinner hitting straight.
Yeah.
So really well bowled, that one. Leg spin, not easy to play indoor.
Oh, he's
That's
popped
hit
that
hard.
down and Ollie's saved that, and he's just gone for the 1.
Yeah, and he saved his teeth as well.
Yeah, definitely. He's not one to show pain, Ollie, is he?
No, he wouldn't have been happy with the moneymaker being hit though, would he? I don't think.
No. Nothing to hurt that face.
Usman comes in again, leg spinner. I think Jack just didn't move across the crease enough there to be able to play with a straight bat.
It's on his back foot there. So the skin is secured.
That lateral.
Unless something happens. But I think Phil just going very defensive now. Probably 2 every 3rd ball.
Really?
Feels like the best. Yeah, they've got the skin secured, so there's no point risking it.
I think Nell is the kind of character who's going to go for this. So I think Nell will go 7 if. Yeah. I think he'll take the risk of getting caught to hit a 7, especially. I think it's going to be Mubbs the bowl as an off spinner. I don't think Nell will sit on a spinner. I think he's the kind of guy who. I think Jack, you're right.
Hopefully
with
Jack can be a bit more grounded.
Yeah, it could go one way or the other here with Big Nella.
He's wanting Louis to go at point and Tom to go at leg.
Yeah. Interesting. He's an off-spin bowler, so he spins the ball back towards the leg side. A little bit of confusion here, Matt. Welcome umpire Matt Wheatcroft just having to explain what's going on.
That's good from a welcome umpire like himself to be able to sort of clear up that confusion quite quickly and make the game move on quite swiftly like that. Yeah,
so on to 3rd ball. It was a good first one from Mubbs. He's managed to keep Nell's arms from being able to be freed. What's he going to bowl here then?
I feel keep it the same, nice and flat, get him playing into the corners there, not forcing any silly back nets.
Yeah, I'd be amazed if this is slow and full. Fast and full, didn't let him free his arms. 2 scored, I think.
Playing it on his legs as well, which keeps him nice and trapped there, doesn't like him.
Yeah, he can't.
Anything outside off stump is going
can't free his
very
hands
far
up.
into the top corners of the back net.
Okay, so a couple of 2s here, I think, out of the last 4.
Definitely, but the game is still in it for the Lions. I mean, especially.
That's a beautiful shot.
Very nice shot.
Really nice from Jack. Nice straight bat. He got his head across. Beautiful.
It's good to see the rest of the team as well, sort of behind the batsman crease, getting involved with the game, encouraging and giving a bit of guidance when needed.
Yeah, it's definitely not just fielding when you have to play in a certain way, is it? And show that team spirit. Oh, misfield. Big Nella getting the dive out.
Yeah.
Talking earlier with Ollie Walker about the taller man getting the dive out. He said no, but Nella showing you can.
Yeah.
Made sure he got in, didn't he?
Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, 2 balls left in this over, and Nella's still looking to go quite attacking here. He's not sitting back and securing the skin. He is wanting to push for these runs, which is.
Jack will be happy with a 2 here or a dot, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Mubbs in. He's cleaned him up, and Mubbs loves it as well. Loves it.
Very tricky ball though, between his bat and his feet.
Was it Yorker?
It was around that length, yeah. I think
Sam's head's in the way for me to be able to see, so
yeah.
So 1 ball left.
And Skin can still go to the lines if another wicket is picked up. So let's just hopefully see. Hopefully he can. But now he's still looking to go on that offensive and try and get those runs in.
Yeah, I think Jack here will just be hoping for a score, a sensible option, happy with the score as it is. So he finishes off with a dot. So 25 at halfway. There's a little bit of work still to do for the Vipers. The game's in the balance. I'm going to pass over now to Duncan, just so I can nip off and grab a drink. So
And I'm going to go over to Reeve. So there you go, MVP of the World Cup.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, big dad.
Thanks, Kieran and Nat. So Duncan Norris here. Lovely to be joined here by the young superstar Reeve Evitts from the Junior World Series. How are you, Reeve?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. Just played a game earlier, got a win, big win against the Lions. So yeah, it was good.
What are you thinking of this Super League format?
It's really good, really enjoyable. It just shows like all of the lads, good selection of players, and just a better higher standard to show off your skills, really.
Yeah, I mean, crucially putting together teams that are more evenly matched and getting away from those 2 or 3 dominant teams in the whole of the league. So I think it's the same with the men's game here. So we're taking over this Lions v Vipers. Vipers chasing down 62, currently on 25. Start of the third skin. And the batsmen are Cash, Hussain and Liam Brazier for the Vipers here. So Ollie Green to bowl. So the Vipers have forced the Lions have forced a third ball situation here. It'd be interesting to see how Cash plays this one. How would you play it, Reeve?
I don't know, just hit and run really. Just try and get bat and ball. There you go, just what's in it like that.
Yeah, a good little shot, little tickle around the corner.
It's never nice though on
No
a third
problem.
ball.
Do you change your mindset when you're facing a third ball, or just see it a ball at a time?
I don't really like leaving, like say it's a wide. I'd rather hit it. Just always try and get bat and ball really.
A nice shot from Liam Brazier there. Good down up, giving the batsman lots of time to make the run. Under no pressure at all there.
Bit of a battle going on here by the looks of it. A few words exchanged by the two.
Yeah, well, it's a competitive league now. It's the Super League. This is the highest standard of domestic indoor cricket in England.
Yeah.
And we would expect a highly competitive attitude from all players out there. So we've got an interesting situation here. 62 being probably a slightly below par total.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you reckon the Vipers' chances of chasing this down?
I'd say quite high. I don't know. The Lions are in a good position here, though. They have got a good chance of winning this, but I'd still be backing, if you were the batting side as the Vipers, I'd still be backing you to win here, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you there, Reeve. The only thing is, of course, pressure.
Yeah, it's
tends
fairly
to take
even though.
its
It could go
effect.
either way here.
Yeah, a couple of wickets go down, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden, a few heads drop. The fielding team get on top, and in the end, you can have several wickets in one skin, and it will turn the tide. So,
Yeah, definitely.
really interesting to see how Liam and Hussain actually approach this skin. I would say just a very, very solid avoidance of wickets, certainly no unnecessary risks. Stick 25 on the board and let the last pair finish the game off.
Yeah, definitely. It's all down to this pair. They're really 2 wickets change, gets the game far away from them really. But I just say if they get it up to 45, then you'd back the batting team.
Yeah, lovely piece of fielding there from Ollie Green. Very agile in that 3-line position. He took the ball and sort of faked a turn, I think, to the top stumps end, but actually threw it to the keeper's end. This is something that the top players in the country can do, this disguise. Yeah, Cash playing that ball with respect. It was straight, a good length, just just putting it back for no run, no rush here, no pressure, just got to play sensible indoor shots. There we go. It's only for one, but that's all these guys need to do, just edge away at this score.
I think it's always important though, just if you get a good ball, not trying to do too much with it, just accept it. Just take it in, like take the block rather than giving it away. Especially in this situation, because the only way they're going to lose the game really is wickets, so just respecting it.
Yeah, wise words from a young man there. It's about playing every ball on its merits, not trying to push the game. There's no need to push it at this stage. If these two can just stay clear of wickets, they'll put their team into a winning position. 1 or 2 wickets now could lead to a bit of pressure on that last pair, which is what they'll be wanting to avoid at all costs.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good shot, that is.
Mohammad Atta is the bowler. Good to see him back in the game. He, I think last year wasn't playing too much indoor cricket after the World Cup experience he had in Dubai, but good to see him back on the pitch. So we're covering this game between the Lions and the Vipers. The game next door, Warriors versus Hurricanes, looking pretty tight, with the Hurricanes making good progress towards getting to the total they need. But as we say, anything can happen. One wicket falls, another one follows, pressure builds. It's a very wide ball down the leg side. 2 runs for free there. The Vipers won't be unhappy about that. Yeah, leg side again. Liam turns it round the leg side.
Louis Hayward.
Yeah.
Young lad, get him in there.
Yeah, he's really coming on, isn't he, as a player?
Yeah, really good player.
Just goes to show as well the tightness of these nets here at Birmingham. You place that ball into the corner, there's normally a run, but if you're slightly square, it gets too much of a purchase off the net and straight into the hand, attack back from Louis Hayward for a run out. That was a fantastic bit of fielding. And this is what we were referring to. That's the one wicket that the Vipers were trying to avoid. Let's see whether the Lions can really hit home here and take another one, maybe 2, pretty quick. It'll really, really put the pressure not on just this skin, but the last pair.
Could have done without that. I think the Vipers, that's big wicket for the Lions. That big wicket in the game situation, that.
Well, this is it. I think Cash didn't really hit that with too much force, but obviously he was hitting a ball straight. And if you're going to do that, it's either got to go up in the air for 7 or along the ground, and that was neither, taken comfortably by the top stumps. So another -5 to the Vipers. Looks like the Lions are getting themselves into a potentially winning position here. If they can take 1 or 2 more wickets in this skin, then I would suggest the balance of this game would have shifted the other way.
Definitely, yeah.
Just while I've got you here then, Reeve, just talk me through how you feel that the indoor game prepares you for your outdoor seasons these days.
I think it's really good, especially with batting. It's all about playing the ball late in here, getting it under your eyes, and it's exactly what you want really when you're playing outdoors. And even with like bowling, you practice like bowling Yorkers, which you can obviously take out into your outdoor game. And then with fielding, just sharpens you up really, just nice and quick hands, and just gets you ready, especially to field in the ring sort of thing, nice and tight, diving around.
Yeah, I mean, I seem to remember a long time ago in my outdoor cricketing days that, that first game or 2 of the season, the hands were a little soft.
Yeah.
People's sort of energy levels and I don't know, the intensity on the field needed a game or 2 to get going, and actually what we find is that the indoor game is so intense. The pressure's
definitely.
there every ball.
Definitely.
So if you're playing all winter, you tend to hit the ground running in April when the season starts outdoors.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Louis Hayward bowls. Cash, nice little touch to the leg side.
Nice shot that.
Clean take by the bowler off the net, could have led to a run out chance, but no problem there. So
27 needed now, so I'd say Lions are in a good position here going into the last pair. A lot of pressure on the last batters.
yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, coming in and getting 20, 25 off the last skin isn't easy, is it?
Not at all.
Often the bowling side have left one or two of their strike bowlers to bowl in the last skin. I should imagine that would be Nav Patel.
Yeah.
I've only just arrived, so I'm not sure how many he's bowled, but I'm assuming Nav has bowled one over and still has one in the bag.
Yeah.
Probably Brotherhood as well. So this is shaping up for an exciting finish. Just a quick update on the game next door. Into its final skin, looking like a very interesting finish as well. Got the Warriors on set 95. The Hurricanes are on 84 in the 14th over, 3 balls to go. Just taken a wicket. So Brazier facing Louis Hayward. Too short. Gave the batsman far too much time to play it down into the ground, up into the air. Loads of time for the batsman to get through.
I think it's really good for Louis to play in this though. Give him a bit of experience with the older lads. It's a good opportunity for him. Just take it into like his games as well, and can take it on to all of the lads he plays with in the under-17s teams as well.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Reeve. That's the end of the skin, by the way. So we're into the last skin. 23 needed to win the game. So a very, very interesting final skin set up here. But coming back to what Reeve was just mentioning about Louis Hayward, obviously himself and a number of the senior under 17 and under squad looking to step up their level of play coming in with the men, and I think it's really helping all of their games develop to play at this level. Yeah,
definitely. And Matty Gallear's coming now. He's the same sort of age, I think. So
yeah, no, that's right. And huge pressure on Matt Gallear and Ben Scott here. Ben obviously fresh from the Sri Lanka series that was played here about 4 weeks ago.
Lovely shot that is from Matt.
Yeah, good start from Matt there. Just nice straightforward down up into the offside. The ball was a little short. Again, gave him lots of time to be able to do that. Now the left-hander Ben Scott facing Brotherhood. It's a loose delivery there from Tom Brotherhood down the leg side. Can't afford that at this stage. This is...
I think this is shaping up to be a good game here though, very close. 18 off the last skin now. It's not too much, so could go either way.
And what this position requires is real discipline in the bowling and the fielding. No extras, no easy runs. I noticed obviously from this commentary position that was a big no ball from Tom Brotherhood, not seen by Matt the umpire. Again, shouldn't be really making those errors at this stage. There's another no ball. So the umpire's not picking this up, but there's a run out. Just goes to show the swings and roundabouts of this game. That was a no ball front foot, actually led to a -5 as a result of the wicket. So a bit unfortunate there for the Vipers.
Could really do with that as well, the Lions there. It's a good start from them, this -1 off this first over.
So Brotherhood struggling with his line here. He's had, I think, 2 wides and a no ball in this over. That was a no ball off the pitch, although his front foot has been close to the line on a couple of occasions. And there again.
Lovely shot there from Matt.
Yeah, It's all about wickets now. I think if the Vipers can avoid any more wickets in this skin, they should win the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Any more wickets in the skin and it probably tips the balance the other way. That would be my verdict as we stand. And the game
19 needed.
19.
2.
19 off 2, yeah. So the first 3 or 4 deliveries of this over are going to be absolutely critical to see what tactics Ben and Matt Galea are going to take based on whether they need to force it. So I think three or four twos in a row would probably put them in a position where the last over can be set up for a win from playing normal indoor cricket shots. Have you ever been in the situation, Reeve, where you've needed, I don't know, 15, 16 off the last over and it's forcing you to push to the back net?
Yeah, definitely, quite a lot. I think sometimes it's not a bad thing because if we don't need so many, then might go a bit in my shell, a bit defensive, but then I say if we needed quite a few, it's more my game, I'd say, because I'd say I like hitting the back net if it's there, so.
Yeah, we're all very strong, straight in the V, so I'd agree with that. Here we got Mubin Rashid, very experienced. That's a great shot from Matty Galea, showing real maturity here, the young man.
Showing a lot of class as well with some of the shots he's played here. Not bottling it under pressure, just keeping his head.
Just keep you up to date. The Warriors against the Hurricanes on pitch 2 have taken control of that game. The final skin on -4, chasing 95. They've currently got 79, so looking a bit out of it now.
Well bowled that was.
Maybe I've spoken too soon. They've just hit a 7 over there. So here we are, 14th over, 3 balls left. Lions set 62 as a total for the Vipers to chase down. The Vipers 46. Nice shot from Ben Scott there, down into the ground, up into the air. Casually running through him and Matt Galea. No problem there. Move up to 48, chasing 62. So Rashid bowling to Galea. He's getting a bit of purchase off the pitch here. Mubin Rashid turns the ball off spinner. So Galea, I think, probably didn't calculate the turn that was on that ball. Sort of tucked him up into the hips there. This time Matt Galea giving himself a little bit of room, coming down the pitch slightly and placing that into the leg side. A straightforward run for the two of them for 2 runs.
I think when you watch the men's games though, they're so fast, like all of your decisions have to be like running between the wickets, they have to be very spot on and like 100%. You can't not commit or else it's just everything's so fast, you're going to be run out. So I think watching this, it just makes you realise that.
Yeah, well, all the more reason to get these talented young players into the big time as soon as possible, because
yeah, definitely.
You're right, in a World Cup situation, in international matches, it's too late to find that out when you arrive and you start playing. So this is a real step forward for indoor cricket in this country to have the first Super League year and getting some of these young players exposed to the game played at the highest level. Big appeal there from the Lions.
I think it came off the foot. Came off the foot of one of them, but I don't think it's been given.
So 15th over. 4 balls left. 51, chasing down 62.
Showing some pace here. Get him on the back foot.
It's the final over for Nav Patel, probably the strongest bowler in this squad. Certainly the quickest. Be interesting to see what Ben Scott's approach is here. He's really building up some pace here, Nav. That was a no ball for height. Really getting some bounce. Short pitch delivery went over shoulder height of Ben Scott, who stands at about 6'1", 6'2". So that's pretty short ball there from Nav.
You can see the aggression in his face with his bowling as well. Very determined bowler by the looks of it. Not seen much of him bowl, but looks like a real winner.
Yeah, no, he's a great addition to the England provisional 16 here. Nav Patel, he's played indoor cricket and outdoor cricket at the highest level. Indoor for New Zealand, and an absolute superstar in the field as well as a great bowler. Though lost his line there, so no ball off the pitch. That's 3 runs to the Vipers, and we got a really interesting last over coming up. I think the Vipers on 56, chasing a total of 62. 1 over to go, so 6 balls left. We've got young Matthew Galea
standing on 9.
Ben Scott, so 7 runs to win the game. All these two have got to do is avoid a wicket, and I think they'll take it home.
It's a very pressured situation here, though. The two batters just need to keep their heads, stay calm about it. It's a good shot that is from Ben Scott.
Yeah, Ben coming down the wickets, sort of trying to put the bowler off his length and line slightly. I think he achieved that. And the batsmen get through for 2 quite comfortably. If these two can avoid a wicket, the game is the Vipers. It's well bowled by Khan. Excellent sort of leg stump, or just outside leg stump line, but not called a wide. Galea tried to turn it onto the leg side, but missed. Unfortunately, the keeper didn't take it cleanly. There was a possible stumping chance there.
Oh.
Another great down up from Matt Galea. He didn't time it right, so it didn't clear the 3rd line fielder, which was Ollie Green, who took it cleanly and shied at the stumps, just missed. So here we are, 59, chasing 62, 3 balls left.
It's a good shot from Ben Scott there.
Yeah, made it look very easy.
Very calm, I think.
Khan just a touch short, probably gave him too much time to look at that. So they move up to 61, 1 behind the total they're chasing, 2 balls. Excellent experience this for Ben Scott, on the basis that he was in this position against Sri Lanka in the 6th Test match and didn't quite get over the line. So hopefully he's learned from that experience.
Great shot from young Matt Galea there. Coped really well under pressure.
Yeah.
Hopefully Ben should just give it a block here, and nice and solid.
Kept his head brilliantly there, and it's moved the Vipers into a winning position. Just need to bat this one back. Ooh, great delivery from Khan. Nearly
wasn't as easy as expected there, I don't think.
What a fabulous game of indoor cricket. Congratulations to the Vipers. Win it by 1 run. And that's what indoor cricket's about, these exciting finishes with all the pressure. And I'd just like to thank Reeve Evitts for his time today. Reeve, good luck with the rest of your games today.
Thank you.
And if you get the chance to join us again, please come over.
All right, I will. Thank you. Thanks.
Good games, 2 good games. How are you?
I'm good,
How'd you go? All right. Is there a future in it for you?
Pardon?
Is there a future in that for you?
I don't know. Maybe.
He's more confident than in New Zealand. I seem to remember that.
How are you? How was your week?
Yeah, good.
Good? Yeah. That was 2 proper games of cricket.